Good evening. Welcome to St. Hilary's. I'm Lester Eric, the choir director here at St. Hilary's. We want to welcome you to the final concert of the year for the Intermezzo Choir, part of the Fort Myers Master Singers. A couple things. Number one, turn your cell phones off, please. Double check them, make sure they're off. Second thing, if you need a restroom, it's through these double doors over here, into the next building, the music wing, all the way to the back, by the back doors. There's restrooms there. So enjoy your concert, and thank you for coming.
All right, even though I'm a baby boomer, I'm kind of hung up with my phone here, so sorry if I take a picture of you, don't be offended. Welcome to the evening that we have entitled The Music Is You. It comes from a John Denver song. Are there any John Denver fans out there? Yay. If you know it, say it with me. Music paints pictures and often tells stories. All of it magic and all of it's true. And all of the pictures and all of the stories, all of the magic, the music is you. Well, tonight, the music is us. These are songs that were suggested by our Intermezzo singers. And we had done a fall concert that was This Land Is Your Land with songs about travel around the United States. And we've done many other, Food, Glorious Food was probably one of our favorites. Who doesn't like that, right? And now we are going to do The Music Is You. In the fall, we will do Weather the Weather. There's always another theme we can find. But the thing that is so cool about this is that we're celebrating a magic that's not really magic. Our brains were made to work with music. And it is one of the things that will survive all other things that happen to us that are challenges in our life. All the way to the end of our life, you can hear stories about how people have woken up where they've been inspired by songs that they knew, or how it's brought families back together, or that kind of thing. When we enjoy something, a piece of music, we remember it. And when we can remember it, it goes into long-term storage. I'm speaking like a music therapist right now, sorry. After 30 years, it's hard to shut it off. And so we are able to remember the lyrics of things when we had really happy moments, like prom, or a wedding, or our first breakup, that kind of thing. So the songs that you'll hear tonight are favorite songs of all of our singers, and we're a mixed group, so we have quite a variety of favorites. We want to send greetings to those of our singers that are already up north, and because we are live streamed, we can wave to some of them and say we miss you. We hope we'll see you back in the fall. The Intermezzo started in 2020, January of 2020, and we all know what 2020 brought us. The world stopped. But there's a Swedish proverb that says, those who wish to sing always find a song. So the Intermezzo, being the tenacious group that we are, said, no way, COVID, we're still practicing virtually. So we did. So for a year, Shannon got us going with a virtual Zoom rehearsal once a week, and then we had some concerts. So you can actually see us on our YouTube channel. We are teachers, medical professionals, therapists, bakers, but music is our common bond, and it's the autobiography of our life. Enjoy our autobiography. Thank you for being here.
Good evening. Let's Go Fly a Kite is performed at the end of the classic Disney movie, Mary Poppins. The father of the family, George Banks, realizes that his family is much more important than his bank job. So he takes off his shoes and socks and enjoys a day in the park with his family flying kites. The idea for this lighthearted song came from Walt Disney himself and Al Sherman, the father of the song's composers. Mr. Sherman Sr. was a well-known songwriter as well, but also enjoyed making kites for neighborhood children as a weekend hobby. We are happy to start our concert tonight by telling everyone to go fly a kite in song.
Oh, you know what? The next one, a blue moon. But this is all about once in a blue moon. Come on, ladies, you can relate when I tell you this. My husband, and I love him dearly, he will do dishes once in a blue moon. And he will cook dinner once in a blue moon. Come on, ladies, you know what I'm talking about, right? Well, the other thing is we got to talk about us, too. Once in a blue moon, we'll exercise, won't we, ladies? Just once in a blue moon. Now, this blue moon, this is a heartwarming ballad about overcoming loneliness that was written by a team of Richard Rodgers and Lawrence Hart in 1934. It rose to number 1 in 1961 as a Doo Wop arrangement, and since has been sung by Elvis, Ella Fitzgerald, and myriad of others. But a blue moon is an actual phenomenon, and it happens when there is a second full moon in the month. And we're all gonna gather, I know, on August 30th of 2024 for that blue moon. Good.
next song is Gentle Annie. Gentle Annie is a favorite of mine and a popular American song written by composer Stephen Foster in 1856. Tradition says that this beautiful folk song was written in honor of his cousin Annie Evans, or as a farewell to his grandmother Annie Hart. The tune was also popular in other countries, but the lyrics were changed.
The Grammy Hall of Fame song, What a Wonderful World, was co-written by George Weiss, who also wrote the American version of the song we will perform later, The Lion Sleeps Tonight. What a Wonderful World was first recorded by American jazz trumpeter and singer Louis Armstrong in 1967, but soared to fame after it was heard in the 1988 film Good Morning Vietnam. What a Wonderful World has a timeless message for us of hope in spite of the things that happen to us, and that there is a beauty in the world that brings people together in spite of all our differences.
I see them bloom for me. Somewhere Out There is a beautiful but melancholy song from the soundtrack of the animated movie An American Tale, released in 1986. It was originally a duet made famous by Linda Ronstadt and James Ingram. The lyrics convey the story of two characters who are separated from their family as they stow away to America. The brother and sister are separated by vast distances, but sing this duet believing that they are still connected under the same bright sky and will someday be reunited. Spoiler alert, they eventually live happily ever after in New York.
So, hello, my name is Shannon. I have the privilege of conducting this wonderful ensemble every Wednesday morning. We're going to take this moment now to pass the basket. If you can put anything in that you're able, that would be very helpful. We have expenses in the Intermezzo Choir, just like any other chorus, and whatever you can give is very helpful. Do we know who's passing the basket?
The ushers, yes. Okay. Thank you. It's a basket. so it might take a while. So we've got some other things planned. Cam Dyer, would you please come and join me at the podium? We have the pleasure this year of having a wonderful tech assistant from FGCU who we just landed on by luck. He's just graduated as a computer analyst, and he is the guy to go to if you ever have a problem with your computer. He has been coming faithfully every Wednesday, whether we had virtual people or not. And Cam, we would like to give you something to say thank you and congratulations on your graduation from the Intermezzo.
Thank you so much. I really had a
And Tony has a few words for us now.
Recently, the Master Singers organization got some very good news, and I've been asked to share that news with you this evening. So the announcement starts in a very unlikely place at Temple University in Philadelphia. Temple University every year puts out a list called 30 Before 30. And what that means is they select 30 graduates from all of the schools and colleges within Temple University who have achieved a significant level of success in their chosen area before they've reached their 30th birthday. So to give you a sense of the people who have made this list, one of them is an analyst for the Federal Reserve. Another one is working with NASA on the mission that's going to go to Mars. In athletics, one of them has become a star in the National Football League with the New York Jets. So you're wondering, what's that got to do with the Master Singers? Well, it turns out that our artistic director, Shannon Arnold, is one of the names they selected from their art school to be one of the 30 before 30. So this evening, we need congratulations. This is for you. Thank you. And thank you for coming down here and sharing your talents with this group.
It's my pleasure. So if we haven't made you cry yet, it's still our goal. We have a couple more songs. I think that we might get some tears out of you. So we're going to continue with our program.
America. America is a pivotal song in the 2021 reimagining of the movie West Side Story, directed by Steven Spielberg. As in the original Broadway show of 1961, the show focuses on the immigrant story and contrasts America with the Latino culture in New York City of the 1950s. Enjoy the original music of Leonard Bernstein with the sassy lyrics and driving rhythms that add to the story of the star-crossed lovers, Tony and Maria.
and nobody dropped their flag before we started. You dropped something, I don't know what it was.
Popular singers of the past have featured rainbows in a number of their songs. Elvis Presley had Billboard hits about rainbow in 1960. That would be Pocketful of Rainbows, maybe somebody remembers. And 1962, Riding the Rainbow. Judy Garland premiered her iconic, dreamy, Academy Award-winning ballad, Over the Rainbow, in the 1939 movie, The Wizard of Oz. More recently, none other than Kermit the Frog sang about rainbows in the Muppet movie. Now, Kermit, as a frog would do, sang kind of whimsically. Our version is more wistful, and we hope that you enjoy the Rainbow Connection.
The song we're about to sing is the #1 most recognized song in the world. Do you know how many people have recorded it?
Maybe 160 artists and singing groups.
Wow, I think that's pretty close. Yeah. Everyone from the Weavers folk group, and they added the Weemawaya thing, which actually means nothing, to the Tokens, a famous Doo Wop group. I think I've heard it in TV ads and movies too.
13 movies, including my favorite, The Lion King.
Great. And your dad's Ace Ventura Pet Detective. And it's been on Broadway. Wow. It's come a long way from where it started in South Africa as a lullaby about being safe from lions to our concert here in Fort Myers. Hey, let's take it
A whim away,
a whim away, a whim away, a whim away.
Hello. Our next song, A Bird Without Wings. was recorded in 2007 in Dublin, Ireland by the band Celtic Thunder. And if you've never listened to Celtic Thunder, please do it. They are marvelous. It is a favorite of mine, and it's become a favorite with Celtic Thunder fans everywhere. It has a beautiful message on the meaning of music as a support in our lives, as well as those who we rely on to be our version of guardian angels. We have a wonderful world with music in the Intermezzo Choir, and we are grateful to be sharing that with you tonight.
last song, I would like to recognize a couple of people that have been very, very instrumental to the success of Intermezzo this year. We have had quite an unusually successful third year compared to the way we started. And so it's due in large part to the fact that we have a place for in-person rehearsals here at St. Hilary's. So I would like to thank Lester and the vestry here at St. Hilary's. He has been here before us every time that we were rehearsing, and he stays until the last thing that we have to do. So we really appreciate your devotion. Thanks, Lester. Okay. I would also like to recognize some people that are here from the Master Singers. Most of us have honed what we knew originally, even better, having Shannon as our artistic director, but we also have a leadership board that's very instrumental to helping that was very helpful and instrumental in getting the Intermezzo started. So if you're on the board of the Master Singers Leadership Board, would you please stand? Thanks very much for all of your support too. And probably one of the most supportive people that we have is our human orchestra, Janet Carter. We could certainly never do what we do without Janet, but we could never even have gotten started without Shannon. Shannon has been my sidekick in this endeavor ever since we started. We were at Faith Lutheran Church with about 8 people to start, or Faith Presbyterian Church, I'm sorry, with about 8 people in Cape Coral, and we took it from there. So here we are. And thank you very much for coming. We would very much appreciate if you would fill out those purple forms that are in your program guide. And if you're interested at all in joining us or helping us even, a couple of hours at a time filling music binders, that would be great. We would love to have your help. Or maybe even hospitality if you'd like to come and hang out with us for a social time. The social time of our rehearsals is as important probably as the music time. We really do learn to know about each other. We have some very interesting discussions. Maybe we'll tell you about them at reception. Thank you.
Hi. We will close tonight's concert with Happy Trails as we do at each Intermezzo Choir rehearsal. The melody and lyrics of this song are a positive metaphor for life, and it has become a favorite of the choir. It was written by Dale Evans and sung as the signature theme song of the Roy Rogers TV show in the 50s. The inspiration came from her famous singing cowboy husband, Roy Rogers, who signed his autographs with Trails of Happiness or Happy Trails from Roy Rogers. We invite you to sing along, then please join us for refreshments.
Until we Some trails are happy ones. Others are blue. It's the way you ride the trail that counts. Here's a happy one for you. Thank this wonderful lady in front of you. You have done a marvelous job.
Now go eat some food. So it is through those doors and then through the next set of doors, and there are refreshments, and the bathrooms are that way as well. Thank you so much for coming. I hope you enjoyed hearing all of our favorites. If you didn't notice, we like slow and sappy music. So we'll see you over there for some refreshments. Thanks so much.